First we will create a database name dbadmin by using SQL command create database name. Then after we will use database dbadmin by using SQL command use database name. We will discuss here how to add primary key constraint and foreign key constraints. Primary key is a column of a table which doesn't allow duplicate values into the table. The foreign key constraint prevents invalid data from being inserted into the column which is foreign key. Now we will create the tables department master and the employee master. In the department master we have a ID which is primary key, and here we will see in the employee master table ID is primary key and department ID is a foreign key. Here as you can see in employee master table the department ID is a null, so department ID column can be null. We will insert ID, employee name, father name, salary, but department ID will be null. Let's insert the data into the table using query into the department master table. Let's insert the data into the table. Insert into department master 1 for HR. As you can see, first record is inserted, and again if we will store the data with the same ID, let's select the data from the table first. Then after we will insert the data with the same ID. Then what I see here, the data is now storing in the table and getting the message cannot insert duplicate key in the object or department master because primary key doesn't allow duplicate values into the table. So we will store other data into the department master table. Here we were storing the data with the same ID, and as we know that one is stored previously. Let's insert the other data into the table. Now our department master table is ready. Here we can store the data into the employee master table without department ID. Here we will see that the data is stored in the table, but we are getting the department ID is null because we are not storing any data to the department ID column of employee master table. Here I want the default value to be inserted into the employee master table if I am not sending any data to that column. Now we will add default constant to the department ID column of employee master table. The syntax is this: alter table name, add constant name, default 0 for department ID. Here the 0 is default value for department ID column of employee master table. Now we will not insert any data to the department ID column, then the 0 will be inserted automatically. Let's see what happens. We are storing the data without department ID. As you can see here, the default 0 is inserted for Jitendra Chaudhary. So Jitendra Chaudhary department is 0, means other. Let's insert the other record into the table with department ID 1 and 2. Let's select the data from employee master table. Now Arvind Chaudhary department ID is 1, that means Arvind Chaudhary department is HR, and Naveen Kumar's department ID is 2, that means Naveen Kumar department is marketing. Two for marketing and 1 for HR, as you can see here. I hope you got it.